guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. Today I have a review for you. Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thanks to all of you. I am so happy to have you with me on my channel, and it's been fantastic. So I appreciate you guys. So yes, I have a book review for you today, and that book is Murder Road by Simone St. James. Back in I think 2018, I read, what was it? The Broken Girls, I believe it was called. And I enjoyed this story, but I kind of wanted more to that one. The flow was good with the story, but I felt like it was missing something. So I kind of took a chance with this one. We are reading as a group, my sister, my nieces, and I. And we kind of all chose a book, and then we did like a wheel or something. And Murder Road was my choice, so that is the book that we are going to read for a group read for the month of October. So I was taking kind of a chance, hoping that this one had more to it and I could really enjoy it, and that it did. In this book, we are following April and Eddie, and it is 1995, and they are trying to make their way to this resort for their honeymoon because they were just married, and somehow, while April was sleeping, Eddie took a wrong turn. And so he's on this really dark road called Atticus Line. And there's been lots of stories about this road that they didn't know about, where hitchhikers have been murdered and they've been finding all these bodies, and they start to discover these things because as they're driving down the road, they see they didn't know if it was a boy or a girl or a man or a woman or what it was at first, but it happened to be a girl, and she was just kind of slowly walking along the side of the road. And Eddie asked April, well, should we stop? And so they decided they were going to stop and pick her up, and it took him a little bit of time to convince her to get into the car. They can take her wherever she needs to go, and that's when April discovers that this girl had been stabbed in her chest and in her stomach, and she was bleeding. She had this big jacket on covering it up, and when it opened up, she saw all the blood going on, and this girl tells them about a hospital nearby, so April and Eddie get her to this hospital, and they're asking him all those questions. Obviously it's knife wounds, so we kind of have to ask these questions and stuff, and they contact the police department, and the cop comes, is a little wary of them because of the instances, and all that said and done, he ends up telling them, don't leave town. So great, now Eddie and April are going to be suspects in this case of this girl because she died. Even after them coaxing her into the car and getting her to the hospital, she died anyway because her wounds were too much. And so it becomes this whole big creepy kind of mystery that you kind of have to work out. And it really does make you think about, all the different people that you meet and who would be this person, because they find out that these murders have been happening since 1967. And I believe there was probably 5 or more murders on that road that they knew of. And so they're thrown into this big mystery. They're taken, their car's impounded. They're sent to go stay with Rose at her Airbnb, and they're just besides themselves trying to figure out what is going on. So they both start doing their own kind of sleuthing and trying to figure out is this a serial killer? Is this just one person just came back and did this to this girl? What is going on? Because another point of the story was when they were taking her to the hospital, this black truck was chasing them down. And she kept saying, "He is coming." So, yeah, that was a little mysterious there too, and they were shaken up a bit by that. I really, really enjoyed reading this book because when I first was reading the first few pages, I felt very apprehensive with the setting, and the way the story was told, because you're like, it's like you're out there on the road yourself and you don't know what to expect. So it was written really well. It flowed really well. There was a lot of great characters in this story. And I'm glad that this is the one that we decided to read because I just really enjoyed it. I think she puts together a really good story. It was much better than the first one that I read by her, and I was really happy about that as well. Let me know, you guys, down in the comments if you have read this book and what your thoughts were of it. It kind of makes me want to maybe try a little bit more by Simone St. James. The first book, I can't say that it was disappointing, but it wasn't everything that I wanted it to be, so I hadn't picked anything up by her. And when we were trying to decide what book to choose, that was one of them that I came up with. So, yeah, I'm happy that I read it. It was really, really good, and it really did keep you on the edge of your seat because you're trying to figure out, things and who could be behind everything, and I never did guess it. So, yeah, you always have those people in your mind that you're saying, "Oh, that person could do it." That's who I would think, or this one's too obvious, or that kind of stuff. So it really was a great story. It's Murder Road by Simone St. James. Pick it up. Let me know if you're going to read it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.